Yeah, any more questions on the kind of modulation? There's quite a few different ways of doing it. I mean, the Mooga Fuga is one of the ways that I use, which is like standard LFO. You can do it via cut-off as well, which is what I was explaining about the pulling the sound. Let me try and get a good... So this... Yeah. See, that's basically open. Yeah, I mean, it's very subtle, but you know, it works kind of opens up. And then that's where the reverb holds in. So it's just like basically opening up the cut-off. But that's another way of getting LFOs. You could assign it to... You know, it's the same way. It's exactly the same idea as creating an LFO. There's those LFOs. There's also, you can have run a panner in mono. So you just get the one side of it, which is quite a good way. Pattern tremolo is another way you can get some crazy patterns. You know, you can put like 2, 8, 4, 8, and it'll be what, you know what I mean? You can create those basically. So, yeah. Any other questions on? Yeah. So.
Whenever you record stuff, do you, if you were tracking for an album or for a track or something, would you run through the pedal board, or would you do it where you play the bass and then use plugins and things afterwards?
No, it's fully live. I do it all live. All the recordings I've done, yeah, because that's one of the most common questions I get asked is how do you get your LFOs in time? And the thing is with dubstep, it's all at around 140 BPM. So you've got the different increments of time which you can go in. And sometimes, yeah, they can be off, but then that can be a great stylistic feature of the track, you know, that it's really behind the beat, and you know. But then because you've got it assigned to the mix, or I do anyway, you can pull it off, put it back in, drop it back in, you know, so it can, I mean, I've got... Yeah, so these two here, I've got the sub, so the subs oscillate, and then the top's oscillating with the sub staying normal. So you can have a mixture of both, so you can put both of them. They're slightly out of sync, so you'll get a dip and everything like that. But you can clock sync line 6s, so if a drummer's playing to click, you can do that. Or live, the Submotion gig is fully live that I do, so it's a case of, if you just play a beat at 140, it's basically putting it, dropping it in and dropping it out so it kind of sits nicely with the groove, which means then you can make your own feel on it as well, which is great. Just go, yeah. The point is that you can drop it in and out, and it's not a big deal if it goes out, you know. Wobbles go out, yes mate. Say again? The LFO, that's the same, they're both basically in there. I've got on here just a panner in mono, then you can choose the waveform of how you want it to oscillate, so you can get it nice and smooth, or you can get it, you know, like real popping through basically. So they're just assigned, the mix of the panner is assigned to a pedal, so you can drop it in basically and pull it in. So there's those different ways of creating LFOs. So there's quite a few options basically where you could run through different pedals. So, do you want to kick it off? Go for it. This might be a good way to explain actually with this beat pattern how quite a lot of it is synced to the bass drum as well. A lot of the parts are, you know, part of the bass part basically. So you could just have the sub. So I'll try and build it in. If you keep that pattern throughout. Oh. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, basically we'll try and use that pattern, which is which is a good way of explaining how some of the bass lines, some of the most simplistic ones, same note, and just following the bass drum pattern. You know, it's just a good technique to play, and I've played to quite a few people Yeah, and a drop will come, and it's amazing how simple your bass line can be, and the whole room will go off, basically. You know, you just play 3 notes, you know what I mean? And literally the whole place is going nuts. Just because it's not crazy, it's just it's just a different way of playing, which is thinking sonically, how you play, basically, which, you know, it's just a different way of doing it. Sorry, go on.